Hello, I'm Mac Laxon, and I'm the actor and editor of this movie, Sins of the Father, released on April 1st.
I'm Dylan Lexon, and once again, I had no part in this. I think you're sensing a pattern over here, where every time I'm not involved, every time I'm not involved in one of our productions, it ends up being scrapped and turned into an April Fool's gag. It's yet another case in point. Our old place.
By the way, that 351 Russell Mint Street, if you're wondering why it sounds weird, it's because it is. I kept telling Augusto how weird it is, but he decided to just go with
we
it. This is all a script.
This is very subtle, but like the face he makes after, where he kind of purses his lips after tipping to 351 Rosewood Street, he kind of makes like an embarrassed pursed lip face. Like, did that sound like a real address? That's kind of an in joke between us. We just called out the Rose Woodman face at this point. just the face you make when like you say a lie and like you're not confident in it. So you're like, did that sound good enough?
Anyways, this movie was conceived by our good friend
Augusto Veloso, originally the original star of Creepover before being replaced by Landon.
This was all conceived in one night. We weren't originally supposed to film, but I just went over to his house. We were supposed to like play games or something, but if he just wanted to film, and this is what came up out of it. And
this is something they do quite often, and if you
we used to do quite often.
Yeah, they did quite often throughout elementary. And
elementary.
What are you guys over here?
Middle.
You're middle school. Okay, middle school. And yeah, I mean, none of the projects. I mean, had a bit of a creative falling out, and now most of their projects together you can't see unless you check out our playlists for Sacrificial. I mean, kind of a shame that they're not still up on our channel or Augusto's, because they're just a treasure trove of just beautiful, glorious cringe. Because most of it is unscripted, most of it is just candid. As you can tell, there's not much of a script. They're just kind of fucking around in this house, and it's just
we just kind of made it up as we went along.
Just a meme maker, honestly. So many iconic, quotable, cringe moments. Is that a horse or is that a dog in the background? What is that?
It's a dog.
It's a dog? Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
We were meant to, if you're wondering, if you've seen this whole movie and wondering why it ends so abruptly, if you stayed around until the very end, you could see the rest of the script. It shows that the rest of the story we wrote was supposed to entail that we would this would continue on to be a much longer, more convoluted, funnier movie.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's my biggest regret about working with Augusta, is that they never actually committed to completing a project. Because honestly, if we could just have like a complete, like well-rounded movie with Augusta, it would be an absolute masterpiece. I think an absolute masterpiece. It would be really funny. I mean, if just go ahead, like after this movie finishes, we briefly flash like pages from like the Word doc, which had the rest of the plot outlined. It sounds absolutely hilarious. But yeah, it's kind of sad. Liberty, Sacrificial, most of his things, they just never get finished.
I mean,
kind of a shame.
Okay.
Only the twisted mind of Augusto Velosa could come up with these batshit stories. I mean, just look at this over here. Everything about the sandwich. So there's a plate over there, but he doesn't put the bread on the plate. He puts it on the table. He puts it on the table, on a glass table, which doesn't even look that clean. And then he gets what is hummus, I think. Some weird looking.
I think it's turkey.
Is it turkey? Okay, I don't know what it is. It looks pretty gross though. So he puts that on his untoasted bread.
On a glass table.
On a glass table. Oh, now it's toasted. Okay, that side's toasted magically. And strangest way of cutting an apple, where he cuts it like, from top to bottom, and then. What the fuck? Anyways. Okay, what were you saying if I brought it up?
Okay, I don't want to be mean or anything, but Augusto's kind of process of making his projects is that, he does shoot them, but eventually he, quote-unquote, gains some sense and
scraps it.
Completely scraps it, which is sad.
Well, because I think at least for Sacrificial, that was inspired by Escape the Night, which is, kind of a unscripted, again, I'm doing an air quotes over here, unscripted reality show with like, these famous YouTubers or kind of like contestants in this kind of like deadliest game haunted house. I don't know, I never watched it, but that's how kind of how he described it. And so he was like, okay, I want all the reactions to be candid. I want all the riddles and mysteries to be like, everyone to be taken by surprise. So everything will be genuine. That's kind of his approach to filmmaking, which is, pretty innovative and inspired in a sense. At least for that movie. For this movie, though, I mean, there's no guise of this, like, of this being the candid reactions. There's no candid at all. So yeah, I mean, bro, make a script. There you are.
In case you didn't tell,
there's some pretty good, unintentionally good lighting over here in this movie. You guys shot this with, it was a DSLR, you said?
Some crappy DSLR.
Yeah, it was a Panavision, Panavision 35mm.
Yes.
Shot with the Primo lenses and everything.
Yes.
No, but there are some actual, like, I think it's just the aesthetic of his house.
Yeah, I think it paved the way for my talent as a DP and director.
I mean, yeah, you did shoot most of this movie. Yeah. I mean, yeah, there's some pretty good use of silhouettes and shadows here, but again, most of it's unintentional. And it's like inside it's this living room or his kitchen. Oh. Yes, fun fact. Mac didn't even know the cameras were rolling here. He was just talking to Juncio.
Say that.
I'd like damn apples. Anyways. Yeah, okay, and here we got some, you're about to witness real, can I even say this on YouTube?
No, let's just be safe.
You're about to witness some
God damn it.
It's okay, just answer that part. Come in right up. No pun intended. I'm surprised YouTube let you get away with this. I mean, considering what they've struck us down for, what they've given us warnings over, and here we, anyways, totally fake. It's totally fake.
It's just a water bottle.
It's just a water bottle.
You didn't have to give it all on the record.
Now the FBI wants us. And he just completely ignores that.
I mean, yeah, because originally this is supposed to be a paranormal thing happening to us, but if you look at the end text,
there is no paranormal.
Yeah, it was not paranormal this whole time.
So what's that? I mean,
it's supposed to be paranormal because the pictures you saw at the end were, because originally after that whole confrontation between me and Augusta at the stairs, there's supposed to be a fight where eventually Augusta would end up like he did in the photos, hung up and.
But how do they take a picture of him in the fight from the future?
I guess crime scene photos, maybe, I don't know.
But like they're from the future. Like
because it's supposed to be paranormal.
Oh, it was supposed to be paranormal. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so they just completely dropped the premise and the story like halfway through. Not uncommon, honestly, in our movies as well. But
that's true. I mean, we don't do such major changes as making paranormal to not. It's all just minor creative differences. Sometimes major, but not that major.
What is this? Oh, I guess you should also give credit to the music at this point. Which video game score did you get this from? Call of Duty.
I think it was Call of Duty or Dead Space. I mean, if you've seen Creep Over, you know these tracks.
Mm-hmm. Mike. Also, another interesting thing, this thumbnail we made, obviously it's not a real still from the actual movie. I think we were just trying to make like this kind of like a war, like the most clickbait
short film.
Some kind of like fake, just a bunch of fake like film festival laurels on it.
And unfortunately, at the time of recording this, it has not worked as it is. I think our least viewed video.
Is it still our least viewed?
It's least or second least viewed. I don't know. You can see him try to hide the knife there at first.
It's not that hard to go up the stairs. Is that a fat joke? Look who's talking.
And flag for
this is actually pretty good. Flag for what?
Fat shaming a minor there.
Some pretty good lighting over here. Actually, it managed to make Augusta look slightly creepy. The way he's being backlit.
Slightly,
very slightly. And then you hear his voice, and then all the creep factor goes away.
Thanks for watching, everybody.